Hello, everybody. Welcome to week 4. We're really ripping through this semester very, very quickly. In between now and week 7.5, remember there's that little half week at the end. It's going to go very, very quickly, and we've got a lot of ground to cover. We haven't even gotten into Excel yet, although Excel is something that we're going to be, I guess, getting a taste of this week. But for this week, we're still working in Microsoft Word. So like I said last week, most of you probably have a pretty decent working knowledge of Word, but hopefully you are still learning quite a bit, something that's new. Hopefully you're being challenged in different ways by these different exercises to learn a little bit more and to try to see what other features Word does offer. Remember, the goal of a class like this is to take things like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and show and see the real world relevance of these things. It's not just to learn a lot of nifty things. It's to really kind of understand how these things are going to benefit you much more when you're on the job. So keep that in mind as we go through these different exercises. And hopefully the exercises are helpful. I mean, it's step-by-step stuff. I think it's pretty straightforward, even if it can get complex. But if you do have questions, go back a couple of steps in any of these things in the textbook and see if you can kind of correct your own mistakes. It's usually the best way of trying to kind of address any issues that come up with these different exercises. But I really do hope these exercises are helpful. So for this week, we've got a couple more. We've got 2 more word exercises, and we've got the midterm exam. So take your time on that, please. We also have some of these pause and practice exercises, and I highly recommend going through those, even though they aren't graded. Every single thing you do is just going to help kind of hone those skills that you have in Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. So I really encourage you to take every advantage you can and go through those different exercises. The discussion boards are good, and I'm encouraged by what I see. A lot of you really do seem to try to be getting into the boards earlier in the week, which is really what I hope you continue to do. So if you can, again, that Tuesday or Wednesday, have that initial post up. That's going to be very helpful, and it gives you the rest of the week to start to respond to your classmates. Now, with the responses, one thing I want to mention is I'd like to see at least 3 responses if you can, but ideally it's 3 responses to 3 different students, not just responses to responses in your own discussion thread. You start your own discussion thread with your original post, and people will make comments. You making comments on their comments, that's not really as much what we're looking for. It's really trying to bring everybody else's discussion thread a little deeper by making responses or replies to those students. Ask questions, follow-up questions, things like that. That's what really helps these discussion boards become deeper and helps them become more fruitful. So what I'm seeing, though, so far is pretty good. So keep it up. We're going to be talking about, or we are already talking about, browsers as well. And I like what I see up to this point. It seems like, we all have a working knowledge of browsers, but do we really know a whole lot about them, what they have to offer, what they do? In a weird way, it sounds strange, but these browsers don't really open up a door to the internet. That's kind of the way we look at it. Is you click on Chrome or you click on Firefox, and boom, I'm into this, the internet, this magical land of Oz or something like that. That's not really actually what happens. These are things that, in an odd way, kind of translate the language that these websites are coded in into a format that you can understand. It's kind of like it's a bit of a oversimplification, but it is like a translation so that you can see videos and you can see images and you can read text and things like that. That's what these browsers do. But they have all sorts of different features too. So when you're going through this discussion board now and you're talking about which browsers work better and which ones don't work as well, that's good. But maybe you could also say something about what these browsers offer beyond just allowing you to see websites. Do they have any kinds of security features? Do they have any other kinds of features on there? For instance, if you go, usually it's in the top right corner of something like Chrome, you'll see a little star, which is the bookmark, and you'll see these 3 little dots there. When you click on that, it's going to open up all these different options. So take some time and look through the different options in these different browsers and see what they have to offer. This is really an opportunity to delve deeply into something that you use all the time, but you probably don't know a whole lot about. So take some time and see what they have to offer, see which ones you think are better, but also why are they better? Or if this one's worse, why is it worse? So really kind of use this as an opportunity to learn something new, to go a little deeper in some probably rudimentary knowledge that you have, and we'll see what comes up. So remember the assignments that are due this week. If you have any questions, remember you can contact me. I try to get back to you via email as quickly as possible, and I will have my office hours Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully I'll hear any questions from you, and I will be reading your posts on the discussion board. Thanks, folks.